couple of hours ago, we went live here and we did, we created a world, and we did a little bit of poking around through the legends. Not as much poking around through the legends file as I might have liked to have done. I gotta say, these 100-year worlds are... There's just not as much time for things to be interesting. I think they made 100 years the default just so that you can get a world made and ready to go as quickly as possible, right? I really think that it's just about making sure that you can get into the game and get going as fast as possible. But I think for me in the future, I'm gonna do a longer time frame because there needs to be more time for more interesting things to happen in the world, I think. And then you can spend like all day combing through the legends and just following networking, you know, paths through different generations and all this stuff. And there's a lot of fun to be had. But anyway, we have a 100-year-old world. It's a brand new world that we've just created. And we're going to jump into it with a new fortress. So... as usual, so the 100 years that are simulated is all like very surface level stuff, all big from top down view. And when you go to create your fortress for the first time, the game world is actually like much more heavily simulated moment by moment for the first couple weeks, just to really give a spot. So we're actually going to skip the tutorial here. So there's a lot more options. There's a lot more cool stuff in the longer one. So there's a couple of ideas here. All right, so there is a way for you to select what your initial origin civilization is. I had not really seen this before. Okay, so these are split. 1, 2, 3, 4, and where are these guys? Oh, there's actually 3 here. When I first initially looked at this, I kind of thought all this was all one. So that's the trade of scrap. So this is like the first civilization that came down. And there's these guys who did incredibly well up north here. These guys, and then finally these guys who are isolated on this island. So there were basically 3 starts that I was looking at when we built the world, when we were doing, look, these are the 3 things that we were really looking at. The first one was over here with the momentous tongs. Is to start from here and embark somewhere on this island. This is an isolated island. This is completely cut off from the mainland. There is nothing here but this dwarven civilization. Now, there might be some smaller, there's almost certainly some smaller goblin, maybe even some kobold civilization, stuff like that, but there are no major sites here, right? There's like 1 pit here. I think that might be like a single goblin pit. But other than that, there is not a lot here. Right, there are no humans, there are no elves. So that's a possibility. Start here and just like try and become like, maybe embark over here somewhere and try and, you know, expand this culture's influence over like this mountain. Right, that was idea 1. Idea 2 I had was to take these guys and embark somewhere over like here, maybe like expand this civilization over the mountain a little further. And one of the reasons that I was thinking of doing that is because there's some really crazy shit here. This is a human civilization that's sort of eating this bay here. They've sort of occupied all across this bay and sort of up around here as well. But then like this is all elven population. There is no way for the dwarven civilization here to connect with the mainland at all, except going through either the human, going around the bay here through this human populated sort of fertile zone, and then trying to cut around this way, which, by the way, they also have to go through elves here too. It's like there's no way to get around here without cutting through elves. So, you know, maybe embark here and start like maybe go to war with the elves. Maybe build up our kingdom to be our site to be the new mountain home. Make one of our dwarves idea of make our dwarves the new king of the closed boulders, and then declare war down here on the elves and like cut our way through the forest and burn and pillage our way down to establish a connection to like the mainland over here. That was an option. Or the last thought was to start over here somewhere, maybe with like the trade of scraps, and embark somewhere. No, the goal was like to embark like here, maybe somewhere over here in the lowlands, on the edge of like the mountain borders here, with the goal, eventual goal of connecting with this human kingdom. There are two human kingdoms, one here and one here, trying to connect with these human kingdoms. Right? Which would require basically starting from the edge of like the mountain that we have that we control. It's our like home mountain. We start on the edge of the mountain and we work our way east with the idea that this is all a big massive lowland bog. This is like a massive continent-sized lowland bog that we have to work our way through, and it is just dotted with goblin dark fortresses, goblin pits. There is all sorts of nastiness all around here, right? On this sort of land bridge between these two big inland seas. And then once we get through that, you know, our trading caravan, once we establish, like, we tear down some of these and we kill a bunch of goblins, we can establish trade caravans with these human colonies down here. These human kingdoms. I think that is a feasible option. All three of those I think are fine starts. A lot of possible political intrigue up here with all of these different civilizations slammed so close together. This is like a personalized start where you're just on your own and you're just dealing with whatever's on the map. And then this one like has a sort of a longer reach goal where like we start here and we work our way through this just massive inland swamp on our way around to this sort of more on their way to this more sort of temperate area here, and down into like these like grazelands. I'm thinking I want to start somewhere over here. So let's start with, should we be, I don't want to be the ships of fondling. I think they are, I was looking through, I remember, you know, I was reading through everything in the Legends file, and I don't necessarily think this is what we want to go with. I think we want to go with these guys. Now, it should be noted, by the way, there are elves right here as well. Elves have cut us off from the coast, kind of, sort of. I mean, these two smaller settlements have access to the coast, but they are isolated from us. If the elves and the dwarves here, if our dwarven civilization and these elves start having problems with each other, we're going to be in real trouble. We're going to be in real trouble. See, that's why it might almost be better to start at these guys, but I don't necessarily want to start as these guys. Yeah. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to start as the trade of scraps. So we're going to be a part of this dwarven civilization over here. We are going to find an embark location. Actually, well, I'm going to try and find one without an aquifer, and that's really going to be the only thing I'm going to look for. I want to scan, like, this area specifically. There's a couple of good ones right here. Yeah, this whole area is good. Yeah, somewhere in here. I think this is going to be the goal. Somewhere right on the edge of the mountain in the hills. All right, let's stop searching. Somewhere over here. in the mountains, in the hills, in the foothills of the mountains. More like here, maybe? It's warm temperature. There are no trees. See, that's the problem. There are no trees because it's like up in the... Iron, silver, copper, nickel, zinc, lead, fluxstone layer. There's like lots of resources here. As we sort of scan over, we see there are an absolute mess of resources in here, but surroundings are wilderness. I think there's all these. Oh, surroundings untamed wilds. I see. But this is down in the swamp. So like this is the barrier between like the foothills and then where you get out of the mountains, you drop into the swamp. Yeah, these sites are really close to a goblin site, which is just north of here. Really want to put myself somewhere like here. There's moderate vegetation. Oop. How do I, So there's show elevation, show cliff slash grade. Okay, yeah. Maybe I like shift over just a little bit just to include a bit of trees maybe on the edge of the map. So yeah, you can adjust some settings and stuff like that. There is prepare carefully. Prepare carefully is there's a lot of details that you can change. You can tweak so you start with 7 dwarves. You can tweak any one of the dwarves, what their skills are, what their names are, stuff like that. And you can also tweak all of your different sources of like what it is you bring along. But I find that the default equipment, the default skills, stuff like that is more than fine. Is it super ideal? Probably not, but it is more than fine to get things started. And with the prepare carefully, you can really mess yourself up pretty quickly. So we're going to go ahead and play now. We're going to prepare the map. And we're going to make our journey out to where we chose. So here we are. You have arrived after a journey from the mountain homes into the forbidding wilderness beyond. Your harsh trek is finally ended. Your party of 7 is to make an outpost for the glory of all of Nish-Igath. There are almost no supplies left, but with stout labor comes sustenance. Whether by bolt, plow, or hook, provide for your dwarves. You are expecting a supply caravan just before the winter entombs you, but it is spring now. Enough time to delve, secure lodgings, ere the giant dingoes get hungry. A new chapter of dwarven history begins here at this new place. Kubukodam, Lance Cloister. Strike the earth. Sorry, that's Lance Cloister. All right, we're immediately going to pause here. We're going to zoom out. All right, so we are definitely on some mountainous nonsense here. So if I were to zoom up, okay, that actually only goes 1 Z level up. Tile set's very nice. Everything is visible, like all the grades and stuff are very visible. It's claystone. So this is the layer we started on. This is below us, and this is 2 layers below us. So if we go down 1, you see that's that layer. Down 1 more, it's on this layer. So this is the layer we're starting on. So yeah, once we get out of the foothills and we actually drop into the lowlands here, there's plenty of trees. And actually, there's quite a few trees in this area as well. So yeah, there's plenty of trees. In fact, we can actually try and set up our base. Milk quartz. we can try and set up our base over here somewhere where there aren't trees, and then we can like go out and collect the trees. That way we're not having to like work around all the trees and stuff. We're in a bit of an open area, but next to this sort of higher altitude areas that we can try and like wall off maybe. Although maybe we do better by going up one. Can we see anything like as we go into the mountain here? I go down elevation. No, I'm not seeing anything. So there doesn't seem to be any like open underground water, at least not that we can see. There should not be an aquifer on this layer at all. I think it might be better for us to go up this hill. So climb up this hill and up to this higher elevation area before we start setting up. This might just be better. This gives us a high altitude view of the surrounding lands. That way we can't be descended on from above. So what we're going to do first is, well, the first thing I'm going to do for sure is I'm going to take a look here. Our pets, what did we bring? We brought a couple of stray dogs, stray cats. So these are all domesticated. So we've got some dogs, some cats. We got a donkey, a cow, a female goat, a water buffalo bull, a water buffalo cow, so a mating pair of water buffalo. These are non-mating pairs, by the way. Both the dogs and both the cats are all female. So we only have one mating pair of animals, and that's our water buffalo. So we're going to set up... I actually might keep this on the low ground, actually. Maybe in and around the trees here. I'm going to designate a zone. I'm going to designate a pen pasture. And I'm going to designate it in this area. Except. There we go. Oh, zones. Yes, I know about zones. Okay. One thing this Embark does not have is a water source. Well, there's some small puddles and stuff. There's yeah, there are murky, stagnant pools here, surrounded by sand. So there's some murky, sandy pools here. It's enough to get a little bit of like fishing. There will be a few fish, even though it's like a small like thing. There will be a few fish there, but looking around, yeah, they're more like murky pools here. So it's not ideal. Claystone, native gold. There's gold in their hills. Tree roots, tree roots. Tree roots. Milk quartz. Yeah, there's like surface gold. Milk quartz. Well then, that will definitely make some of my decisions very interesting. All right, we're going to tunnel down into the... Yeah, some good trade material right off the bat. All right, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to tunnel down into the earth here. We're going to start here, I think. And I'm going to make a 2x2. And we're going to go down, down, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's go 7 layers down. And in the meantime, I actually want to try and collect some of this stuff, because there's a bunch of like useful plants right away that I might be able to grab some stuff from. There's some like radish plants and berry plants, and we're also going to chop down like the first few trees we see over here. All right, that gives everybody enough to do. I want to go into my work, and I want to lock you to being a... So for right now, the main thing I want to do is make sure that the miner is mining. Everybody else can do whatever the heck they want to do. The fisher dwarf is going to try and find somewhere to fish, which is fine. I would kind of prefer that you did something else, but it's fine. You will figure out whether or not there's stuff for you to fish over there. I don't really have the ability to set up a fishery yet. Okay, claystone is not really interesting. Claystone. Yep, still just claystone. We've struck petrified wood apparently somewhere. Rock salt. Microcline. Cowlinite. Okay. So we hit microcline and some cowlinite. Now I'm going to pull up something real quick here. I am going to pull up I'm pulling up Dwarf Fortress wiki just so that I can look these things up. So cowlinite. Cowlinite is a dark red stone like bauxite. It can be made into medium value porcelain goods at a kiln or magma kiln. Okay, so cowlinite can be made into porcelain goods at a kiln. Potters ordered to make clay or ceramic goods. We use the closest sort of clay. Okay, so it can replace clay for use in like porcelain and potting stuff. Okay, interesting. And then the other one was microcline. One of the most common stone types, showing it pretty much anywhere. Yeah, it's just a regular stone. Okay. Yeah, so this is what I was saying about this. All of these like resources and minerals are gonna be very familiar to you. So the first thing I want to do is, okay, so we're gonna find, I think the cowlinite, yeah, this is where we're gonna mine out. So I'm gonna start mining, and I'm gonna mine a bit in that direction, and we're gonna mine a bit in this direction, and then we're gonna make some decisions from there, depending on what we like expose as we're coming down here. So we're mining out the rock salt, and yeah, the cowlinite's over here. So I'm going to pause for a second. We are chopping down some of these trees. There's some wood coming up down over there. With that wood, I kind of want to get... Now, normally I wouldn't do this, but this is something I want to do because it's different than how I normally play. Is I want to build... Right off the bat, I want to get a wall, I want to get like a building going over here, which is going to be a source of like, we're gonna actually do some like outdoor farming, which is not what I normally do. I'm gonna go with wood logs. The walls. Is that right? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1. Yeah, that should be right. Then let's let them start working on that. Let's go. Walls. Six. We're gonna put a door here. There's gonna be like farms and stuff set up over here. So actually, that's might be the first thing I do. Is workshops. No, farming. Farm plot. Thing like that. We've struck microcline and kaolinite. The weather's cleared up. We're gonna build the wall here to close this in. One, two, three, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that'll be perfect. So you can fit 2 workshops in here. So one of those workshops right away is going to be a fishery, because we're already doing a little bit of fishing, so I might as well put this out here. Let's just build out a claystone. Okay. Now, why can't I... Why can't I farm with you? Silty clay loam. Let me test something. Let's put a farm plot down here. And we're going to keep needing to, yeah, to find things. Oh, we ran into tiger iron. And lignite. Oh, we struck lignite as well. Nice. Okay. So we're going to go... Oops. Yes, and we're going to grab the tiger iron as well. That'll mine out all of that stuff. I'm curious about this zone. Once this is constructed. See, yeah, I can... Wonder if it's just because... Yeah, this is on sand. You made a pickle! Made a pickle? Why'd you do that? Alright, so there are no seeds for any of these that I currently have in any plot. What we're gonna do first here... Ah, you made a pickle for the Christmas tree. Cute. Go here, and we're gonna go... Okay. So here's one thing that I want to try and do. You got asked to make one as a gift. Oh, that's cute. Let's see. Let's say the width is... 20. Height is 20. Okay, 5, 2, 2, 2, 2, 5, 2, 2, 2, 2, 5. Okay. All right. We're gonna go 5, 2, 2. Whoops. That can't be right. Hold on. No. 5, 2, 2 in the diagonal, 2, 2 in the diagonal. So they don't touch orthogonally. They touch diagonally. Yes. Nice. This is looking correct. And then we're going to fill this. Nice. Okay. So that's going to be our massive stockpile room. And then that's going to be the first place where we just like stick stuff. It'll give our people something to do while they like currently don't have much to do. So I need to like hemp plants, hemp leaves. Let's rush barley leaves. Yeah, I want to like gather plants. And like, because I want a lot of this stuff, because some of this stuff might actually generate seeds. And once I have those collected, I can start planting here. But I don't know if I actually don't own any of these seeds. Or what? Yeah, like this lignite's getting mined out real nice. So much of it. Damn, that's actually kind of an incredible amount of lignite. Alright, hold on. We're actually gonna cancel... for now, all of this mining. We don't actually need that much lignite. Plus, we're gonna run into a bunch of it in here, I bet. We will eventually need a bunch of lignite, but not right now. Kaolinite. Oh, yeah, I also want to look at pets. I want to receive hunting training. We'll mark them available as pets. Dwarves like having pets. At least some of them do. And you know what I'm actually going to do? Once this is all done, I'm just going to like bulk mine this all out. So this is just one guy mining this out. It's taken about a while. In the meantime, there really isn't much anybody else can be doing, unfortunately, but I do have... Oh, hold on, I just remembered that I didn't, Hold on, under... It's not under here. Yes, here it is. This is what I want. We are going to put the dogs and cats. Yeah, we're going to put everything, with the exception of the cats. The cats can wander around. Yeah. All these animals should now be forced up into this pasture. Yeah, they're being taken there by... Oh, I didn't realize I overlapped that with my growing zone here. All right, we're going to repaint this zone. We're going to put it over here instead. And then... No, I can't do that. There's zone designation. Pen pasture. All right, hold on. Let's just remove the whole thing. I don't necessarily want to be overlapping. There you go. And then, yeah, I don't really want them overlapping the growing zone. Then we're going to go with a... Let's see, I need an animal training zone, which will overlap with that. There we go. So now we will train animals in that zone. Hey, he's still working away. Figuring out this big ol' area. One thing I can actually do to start off with right here is I can build a workshop, build a stoneworker's workshop. Here. And what'll happen is we can just start getting people working on like putting all this stone to good use. Animals will stay in the area, yes. Even if there are no fences, animals will stay in that area. As long as they remain tame, they will stay in that area. Now they will be chased off by enemies if bad things come in and try and hunt them. They can be chased off of the zone. Did I generate any of these seeds? No. Well, I'll have to figure out how to get seeds from some of these plants at some point. There's going to be something on this zone that I can get actual stuff from. Animal has become stray hunting dog. Oh, they got hunting training. Haha. Okay. So we're going to add a new task here, and we're going to start to create things that we definitely need. We're going to make doors. We're going to make tables. Make a couple bookcases. Yeah, that'll be good enough. Beds I can't make there. I have to set up I have to make beds at a different, carpenter's bench. Which I will get set up soon, but I really just want to get these stones moving. He's going. This may have been too big an area to start off with right away, but... Claystone, yeah. Tiger Eye. Tiger Eye? Nice. So yeah, I got my guy. He's making... Yeah, salty clay loam. Not really much I can do with that, I guess. It will eventually be... Let's see, what else do I want to put there? I think the other thing I really want to put there is... Probably... a butcher. Is the other thing I want to put in this spot. This is coming along. Yeah, a lot of lignite that I'm just going to be leaving in these walls. It's not ideal. The hell did we hit here? Limonite. Oh, man. We got lignite and limonite on this zone. Well... That's certainly going to change some things. It means we are right in iron. It means we are in iron right away. That's actually huge. That's actually insanely huge. We are in iron right away. Okay, so there is sand over here somewhere. Like these are like sandy cliff faces. So there is sand. There's also sand under here. So I might dig down. Yeah, all this is going to be sand. So I should dig out in this way because this is going to be where we're going to do our underground farming. Once this is done, once this is done down here. Why is that good? Iron is incredibly potent. And we also have a source of lignite, which lignite has the, if I'm not mistaken, let me just double check something here. Lignite. Yes, lignite is basically coal. And limonite is iron. So iron is extremely good. Iron is like one of the best sources for weapons and armor in the game. There are only two materials that are just straight up better than iron in terms of just armor and weapons in the game. And for one of them, you have to go talk to some clowns. So, and at that point, you're just having far too much fun. So, so really, and to get to the one that's better than iron, you need iron anyway, because the other one that's better than iron is steel, and you need iron to make steel. All right, that's finally done. So we're going to designate a stockpile zone. You don't always start with the ability to go into iron very quickly, is the other major thing. All right, this is everything stockpile. Just start pulling stuff down here. Next thing I'm going to build out is going to be, let's see. It's going to be like, three, 6, 9. Three, something like that. And this is going to contain a link here. All right, yeah, now they're all pulling everything down. Pond turtles. Doors that I've been making. All right, this we're gonna deconstruct this, because now we're gonna move our stuff over here, and we're gonna start clearing this area out. All right, so now with that done, we're gonna clear out like that, and that's gonna be like communal area. Okay. Workshops. So first we're gonna put the stoneworker back. We're gonna put it back here. Now we need a carpenter for sure. We're gonna need a smelter, which I'm gonna stick right in the middle of all this nonsense. We're gonna get a craft store shop. And I think we're gonna get a metalsmith, because I think we're really gonna do a lot of metalwork in this from what we've seen already. We're gonna be doing a lot of metalworking. Because we got plenty of lignite, and we've got quite a bit of limonite here. So I'm going to actually designate I'm going to specifically designate all the limonite here. All right, there's the stoneworker's shop is set back up. I think for a little while we're going to have people making blocks. At the stonemason's workshop. At least that'll start to convert some of this stuff across. The carpenter's workshop, the first thing I need you to make is a few beds. Beds, 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 beds. beds, and then after that, it's going to be bins, 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 and then barrel. Yeah, that's enough tasks. That's all the tasks that you can take at once. Okay, here's the smelter set up. This is going to be the craft dwarf shop once they're ready to go. I must have had Kaolinite selected somewhere. Hold on. I must have had 1 or 2 Kaolinite selected. Limonite, limonite, limonite. There we go. Oh, that's all the limonite there. It's actually not as much as I would have, like, hoped for. It is nice to have. Canceled. Construction building cannot reach site. Really? Why can't you reach that site? Probably is that because of... Well, just in case, let me do this. You should be able to reach that site. I don't see any reason why you wouldn't be able to. Resume construction. There you go. There you go. Alright, Crafts Dwarf's Workshop. So we're gonna go... We're gonna go... The time being, we're gonna make... rock amulets, and we're gonna do that forever for a while. All right. Now we start making rooms. Fortunately, that's not going to fit very squarely for what I'm looking for, but it's fine. All right. Now we can... I could, but then it's not centered on the stairs here. But you're right, I could. Whoops. It's not centered on the stairs there, but I do see what you mean. All right. Saltpeter. Ooh. Yeah, we struck lignite and saltpeter. All right, doors. 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 Bed. 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 Okay, and now we go zone, bedroom. Accept that. This is the bedroom for our expedition leader, who's the first one to get a bedroom. Zone. Bedroom. Accept. This one's going to be the bedroom for our miner. Bedroom. This one's going to be for our, it's our mason. And our woodworker. Now we're going to go up, and again, we're going to find that sort of sandy layer that I know exists, and we're going to start mining out in that direction. Although, it might just be easier. Well, let's do it from this level. See if we can't access some of this sand from here.